HG lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the HG Lifestyle Show. As always, it's your boy, Johnny B. And fuck, man, let's see if I remember how to do this shit. It's been a minute, man. Not that I was getting good at it or I was really good at it or anything, but, we were just starting to pick up momentum and we kind of slowed things down. And my bad about that, man. I'm not going to give you guys excuses. I just didn't prioritize the time. But that's the point of this episode, man. I want to catch everybody up to speed on what we got going on, what's been happening, because I feel like there's a good message behind everything that's been going on and why we haven't really been as committed as we were before to making the show happen. But we're trying to bring it back and go hard as fuck because, the point of doing this is to spread the message, man, that if you want to win, it's possible to win. You don't got to have certain circumstances, none of that shit. It's all about your mentality and what you choose. That's the beautiful thing about life, man, is you got choices, and your choices is what determines where you go from here right now. But anyway, man, like right now, dude, what happened is as we were getting all this shit going on, a lot of shit went down, most of it good, some of it negative, some shit that we just had to try to overcome. I can't talk about it too much right now. My attorney advised me not to speak about it too much, but just some shit went down, man. And me being the person that I am, I made the commitment to try to help out these clients as much as I could. So it just took up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. But, we'll make it happen, man. And honestly, that's that's where I think the good message is at, right? Because there was a lot of shit that was going down that was heading towards a bad situation, right? Like things got tough for a minute there at the beginning of this year. Not even the beginning, man. I'm talking February, March, April. They were rough, man. Things were looking rough. A lot of money was being invested. We were losing money left and right. And there were many times where I felt like, fuck, man, what am I going to do? Shit got tough. But, we kept pushing on, man. We adapted to things as they were changing. We figured out new ways. I partnered up with some good people to help me out. And that's where I think the message lies, man, because a lot of people in that situation that I was in, they would have given up prematurely. And trust me, man, I wouldn't have blamed them because I was right there too, man, just getting ready to say, fuck it, because I just... we're human, man, and as we start dealing with shit that starts overwhelming us, we start to really feel it, It was wearing me down. I didn't have the same energy at the gym. I was in a bad mood all the time, and I just didn't want to feel that way no more. So, we came close to giving up, man, but again, my ego wouldn't allow me to do it, so we pushed through it, and then boom, things just took off out of nowhere, and now, once we get through the negative shit, we're in a way better position than we've ever been before. And we've been in some pretty damn good situations. But it was some, what I did, man, is, and I understand, and I've always talked about it. I've always had kind of this mixed emotions about the term self-made, because bullshit. There ain't a single motherfucker out there that is self-made. Right? You may have been the person to take the risk, take the action, but without a good, solid ass team behind you, shit, you ain't getting nowhere fast. Okay? I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're going nowhere fast. You need a good, strong, solid team. And so I finally started understanding that. Not that I didn't before, man, because I read all the books, I listen to all the podcasts. So all this information is stored in my brain, but we don't always necessarily apply it, right? Even though we've heard it multiple times and we know it's what we got to do, we don't apply it. And so how it happened, man, is I just didn't want to deal with it no more. I was fucking fed up. I was done. So I started bringing in people to help me handle some of that shit. And I accidentally made all the right moves, made some amazing partnerships, built some dope-ass relationships that allowed us to start scaling way quicker than we ever had before. I'm talking in like 3 months, we did way more than we did all of last year. And last year was a good fucking year, right? So, look, the message, man, is as you listen to these types of podcasts, if you're out there and you're educating yourself, you're trying to learn, you're trying to grow, start applying that shit, man. That information's there. And it's cool how it happens, right? Because there's times where I listen to a podcast and the next day I don't really remember what I heard anymore. But that information, those little nuggets subconsciously were in the back of my mind. So when situations came up where I needed to use them, I had them there. You know what I mean? I had them in my arsenal, and they just kind of came up and we started applying them, and it started working out, man. So the message is don't give up. Keep pushing, man. If shit feels like it's super tough right now and maybe you're not going to make it, fuck, dude. That's just all a part of it. And I know it sucks. But the beautiful thing is today we have the technology, we have all the tools and all the resources to make it happen a lot quicker than a lot of people did back in the days. But we got to use what's at our disposal, take advantage of it, right? And like I said, I did all those things accidentally, right? I wish I would have been more, I wish I would have done it more on purpose before, but it just goes to show, man, that sometimes, no matter how much you're winning, you could still do better, a lot better. And even though I thought we were winning, because fuck, we were, man. We were comfortable. We were in a good position. I realized that we weren't winning enough because when things got tough, we came way too close to losing almost everything. And I refuse to let that shit happen again. So for the last few months, I've just been really, really committed to just building up our structure and making sure that no matter what comes our way, we're prepared for it now. And so that's what kind of took me away from being here. We just got a new warehouse down in the Murray area, and we very, very quickly outgrew that. Like I'm talking about a couple months, we outgrew that. So we had to go get a dope ass spot out by the airport. It's about 15,000 square feet. So, there's a lot of exciting shit happening right now. And we're going to start using those locations to start hosting events. We want people to come through, network with us, and, see what opportunities they can jump into with us, right? Because we got a lot of stuff going on right now that's meant to help you guys, right? Because that's what we're about right now. Look, I've been blessed the last couple years, and we want to bless back while at the same time allowing ourselves to grow. So that's kind of the purpose of why we got those other warehouses. And the one that I'm currently at right now, this is something that I'm really, 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 really fucking excited about, is I'm actually turning that bitch into a gym. The HG Fitness Facility. And I'm super stoked about that because I've always wanted to have a personal gym. And that's what we got now, right? It's almost done being built. And the purpose of that, man, is we're not really going to sell memberships or anything like that. But it's like an exclusive thing, right? Where, hey, if you get in our network, it's available to you to come use whenever you want, right? Because a big part of getting your mind right has to do with your physique, how you feel physically, right? It translates into how you feel mentally. When you feel good about yourself, when you're pushing through, when you're doing the hard shit that nobody wants to do, it's natural that you're going to feel better about yourself and you're just going to do a lot better, right? So this episode wasn't really planned. I don't have really anything in specific that I wanted to talk about, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know, hey, man, we're back. We're going to keep pushing through it. We got some more episodes lined up. As much as I want to make it a weekly thing, I'm not going to make you guys the promise yet that we're going to do it weekly, but that's the goal, right? Is one episode a week. So we just got to get through some of the shit that we're going through right now. What happened is we had to completely pivot. And I mean completely. Like everything's different. How we do things now is a lot different. It's a lot better. Way better, and it's a long-term play here, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create opportunities for people to have long-term income that they can rely on, right? So we just had to build our infrastructure a little better, but we made some dope-ass relationship with some dope-ass suppliers that we're gonna pass on to you guys as the client, as the partner of ours. So yeah, man, things are on the come up, man, and I want to be able to share my experiences with everybody so that you guys can, I don't know, maybe in some way relate and understand that, hey, man, you're not alone, Because a lot of times when we're going through something, we feel like we're the only ones going through it, right? We feel like things are just harder for us than they are for anybody else, right? But the truth is everybody goes through shit. Everybody goes through a time where they're down about themselves. They don't feel good about themselves. Nothing seems to be going right. And I get it. I understand it, man. But it does have a lot to do with your perspective and your mindset. What are you attracting? Because if you're always thinking negative, which I get it, it's hard to not think negative when a lot of negative shit keeps happening over and over and over again. But you got to find a way to switch your frequency ASAP, man. Get back on the things that you're grateful for, because there's always something to be grateful for, man. I know sometimes it just doesn't feel like it because you're looking at all the bad shit going on, but motherfucker, you're alive. So what the fuck? You're alive. That means you can do something to change your situation. You're alive, man. God gave you another day. How is that not something to be grateful for? Brad Lee says something that's super dope, man. And he says it a lot now. It's almost like a joke now, but I took it to heart, man. Where he asked somebody like, hey, if I were to give you $1 million, how would you feel, right? And they're like, oh, I would be super excited, super happy, and just a super giddy mood, right? But what if I told you I'd give you that $1 million, but it would take your life away? You wouldn't live anymore. You'd die. And they're like, well, then I don't want the fucking money, right? Makes sense. You don't want the fucking money because you're dead, right? So it's like, so dude, so you're telling me your life is more valuable than $1 million, right? The answer is right. So then why the fuck do you wake up in the mornings feeling shitty when if I gave you the $1 million, you'd feel all happy and giddy, right? Every morning when you wake up, man, and dude, honestly, this is something that I've been doing for the last few years, and I don't even mean to do it anymore. It just naturally happens, man. But the moment I open my eyes and I'm getting out of bed, I'm like, thank you, God, for another day. Because that's another day that I get to go do something about whatever situation I'm facing or whatever my goal is. I get to go do it. I get to go do it. Right? That's a beautiful thing, man. Because not everybody's getting that. And I know that it's real easy to take these types of things for granted because we almost feel like it's a normal thing to wake up in the fucking morning. No, it's not. It's a motherfucking gift that you were given. So do something with that fucking gift. Quit wasting it. Right? And we've all been guilty of it. I've wasted so much time in my life. I'm not a young buck anymore. Okay? And had I gotten started way sooner, man, fuck, dude, I don't even want to imagine where we'd be right now because all it does is frustrate me knowing that I wasted so many years of my life not doing the things necessary to become a better human being, right? And that's what my goal and my mission is now. If I can be 1% better today than I was yesterday, man, then I'm headed in the right direction. You can't go wrong by bettering yourself. You just can't. So start working on that shit, man. And we're going to try to bring you all the necessary shit so that you can start applying these things to start bettering yourself, right? Like right now we have a lot of amazing things happening, a lot of good opportunities that we're going to be providing to people. But dude, it all happened because I was willing to do something about it, whether it was one tiny little thing. How do I get better? And as I started getting better and I started winning a little more and a little more, all of a sudden I'm building these amazing relationships with badass motherfuckers who have brought me more opportunities, right? And that's why people say the more hands you shake, the more money you make. I just thought it was something cool to like make a rhyme, but it's fucking true. And now that I've personally seen it and have been benefited from it, now I'm like purposely trying to make that shit happen, right? But these bad motherfuckers who are running 8-figure, 9-figure businesses, they don't want to shake my motherfucking hand if I'm not doing something to impress them, right? Or put myself somewhere in that level, right? Losers don't hang out with badass people because badass people don't want to hang out with losers. So how do you start getting around people that are winning? Start winning. Start bettering yourself. And you'll start attracting those type of people, man. Because I used to think the same shit, right? Because, dude, I'm telling you, man, when I say I'm a podcast listener, I'm a book reader, like that's what I fucking do. Anytime I'm in the gym or I'm in the car, I'm listening to something that can help me get better. And I remember hearing all those cheesy quotes thinking, yeah, that's easy for you to say, motherfucker. But where am I supposed to meet a millionaire? Where am I supposed to go meet a badass business dude that I could learn from? Right? These are the things that I'm asking myself. So I'm just listening to them thinking, man, that's not for me. That's for somebody else. That's a message for somebody who can be in those positions because I'm just simply not there. Right? But it's bullshit. You got to start putting yourself in those situations. And how do you do that? You change your motherfucking surroundings. Why are you hanging out with the same motherfuckers that are asking you to come drink with them, come party with them? That's not a real friend, man. Hang out with the person that's trying to drag your ass to the gym. That's a real motherfucker because he's trying to help you win. Right? So start hanging out those people, man. Start putting yourself in areas and scenarios and situations where you grow because that's where you're going to meet like-minded individuals. Go to the masterminds. Go to the gym. Look, somebody that's at the gym every day, you can bet your damn self that motherfucker, that person is trying to grow. They're trying to be better, right? Somebody who's willing to invest into their education, their knowledge, that's a person that's trying to get better. Those are the people that you want to be around, man. They just are. And so I consciously started making those decisions, man, thinking like, dude, if somebody's not serving me, I can't keep spending time with them. And that was a very difficult thing for me to do, man, because I'm the type of person that I want to see everybody happy. I want to see everybody win. But when you start consciously looking at the people that are holding you back, are they serving you in any way? And I don't mean you got to take advantage of people, right? You don't got to only be with people that are serving you in some type of way, giving you shit. I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean like if all they do is bring you down, stay away from that person, right? If they don't bring you any type of positivity in your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a financial stand or anything like that, right? It could be somebody that just makes you feel good when you're around them, puts you in a good mood, right? Because their positive vibes rub onto you. That's a good person to be around because they make you positive. They make you want to win, right? So, dude, start putting yourself in those situations. As we keep going, I'm going to slowly start telling you guys, the things that have gone down and what's happened because I think that we can make probably 100 episodes off of each scenario that's happened. Because they've been good, valuable lessons for us to learn, and it's what's allowed us to grow, right? So I'm gonna one day soon. Matter of fact, I'll talk to Tato, and maybe we'll start writing down like, okay, everything that happened, what's the message behind it? Because holy fuck, was it a battle these last few months, man? And we're still fighting that motherfucker. But guess what? We're training now to become better fighters. Like those badass fighters that you see kicking ass in the octagon or in the ring every day. You think those motherfuckers never train and then just show up on the ring and fight? Nah, man, they're prepping for that fucking fight. And so everything that's gone down, we've used it as a way to prepare ourselves for future things that could happen. Because fuck, man, business ain't perfect. It's going to happen. Something is bound to go left rather than right when you want it to go right. But if you start paying attention to all the lessons you've learned from those failures, you'll be able to adapt to them a lot quicker. And that's where I think I've grown the most these last few months is I've learned how to just, take a deep breath, relax, look at the situation and really assess it. Because before I was really, really reactive. Right? As shit came my way, I'm like, oh shit, this is happening, holy fuck. And I'm just panicking myself. And I'm giving myself anxiety. Now, things have kind of slowed down for me where I can see it coming. And I can just take a step back, look at it. And, pull out my tools, my arsenals, all the shit that I've learned in the past. And find some sort of solution for it. Because there is a solution for every motherfucking problem. That's the beauty of it. No matter what the problem is, there's a solution for that shit. So just as things start coming to you and they start coming your way, don't overreact, man, because that has always been my biggest downfall, is I react to shit too quickly, and I panic, and I'm on fight mode all of a sudden, and I'm just not thinking clearly when I'm in that state of mind, right? So anyway, man, we got a lot of fucking cool shit happening. We're going to start making sure that we commit to these a lot more. And I'm talking like, full on out, man. We're going to really, really do it. And to be honest with you, man, one of the biggest reasons why it became difficult for us to do it is because a lot of the guests that we were trying to bring on, I mean, they're busy people too, right? So sometimes their schedule just didn't work with mine and blah, blah, blah. And so because of that, it just kind of made things difficult. But I'm committed to making myself available now so that I can make it and work around their schedule as well. But dude, none of this shit would have happened had I not finally started bringing in the right people. And some of these people are expensive as fuck, man. I mean, they're on some pretty high fucking salaries, but they made my life so much fucking easier that now I'm looking at it like, well, shit, it's worth it, right? Because now I can go apply my time into other areas that'll allow me to grow and start building the shit that I want to build, right? And one of those things is the fitness side of things. You guys have heard me talk about the HG5, the 5 fundamentals of life, and fitness is a huge one for me, man. And the reason why I preach it off the top of my lungs is because I am a fucking example of how that shit could change your life, because it changed mine in a very positive way. So anyway, man, HG Lifestyle Show, baby, we're back. I want to apologize to everybody because, dude, you guys have been super good to me. I see the fucking positive comments you guys give me, and, dude, I feel bad that I let you guys down. But, thank you for having my back and understanding that, dude, sometimes shit just gets in the way. I don't get paid to do this, and we're not trying to get paid to do this. We're just trying to, share the message, man. HG Lifestyle is a mindset, baby. And if you adopt it, man, we could all win. But we'll see you on the next one. We out.